So today I'm behind the wheel of the 2024 Hyundai Palisade Calligraphy, and I'm going to take some time to go through the interior of this thing. So starting as I normally do from left to right, over on the left you've got your window switches, you've got door locks, you've got your rear mirror adjust toggle right here. Up top you've got your door latch, you've got some buttons for adjusting the presets for the driver's seating position. You've got some nice design right here on the door. I'll give you a better look when I get to the passenger side. To the right of that, you've got some buttons for the dim lighting level, tow button, traction control off right here. You have a button for the rear hatch, as well as a parking brake latch. Then you have a full crisp clear digital display. Now there are many pages and customization options that can be cycled through, as well as when you're in different drive modes, kind of the theme and color scheme changes. So I'm going to keep it kind of in the standard tach speedometer look right now, but then when I get to the navigation display, I'll go through the settings and showcase the unique like cube-like display that is an option as well. But so right here you have different pages, like I said. So this is kind of the information page, so starting all the way up at the top, you got drive info, since refueling, accumulated info, a speedometer, digital speedometer I should say, and then you have a route set. So right, if you don't have a route set or any destination, it'll just kind of display a compass there. Information, so starting at the top you have this screen, so all of these little blocks will kind of light up when that wheel is being used. So for the most part, the front wheels will be used, but if you're kind of putting your foot down in some sort of situation, all of those little bars will kind of light up, showcasing just kind of where the power is going for each of the four corners of the vehicle. And this is kind of a driver information display, showcasing, you know, where the vehicle senses objects on the road. Now, how is adjusting everything up there is located on the steering wheel here. So this is the page button. You can see I'm cycling through the different pages. Up and down right here is a toggle and OK. You got cruise control settings over here. Over to the left, you got volume control, tuner knob, phone, favorites, modes. On the back of the steering wheel, you have paddles for selecting your own gears, so down and up gears. Like I said, with the display, when you're in different drive modes, right now it's in comfort, but if I go to eco, it's kind of got that greenish hue. Going over to sport, we'll liven it up with some red. Then you have snow, more white, and then you got smart, kind of that white hue. So really kind of just either sport or eco, kind of give it some color. Otherwise it's going to kind of be in that white, same kind of white display as the comfort mode. Behind the steering wheel you have the engine start stop button, and then you have the navigation display. So when you start it up, you'll likely be on this kind of screensaver screen showcasing the date, time, if you're listening to something, and sort of a graphical representation of where you are in GPS, as well as where you are and the temperature. So if you slide that to the left and kind of dismiss it, you have maps, navigation menu, phone projection, voice memo, climate, valet mode, Hyundai Pay. You can kind of link your card to your car or vehicle. Passenger talk, quiet mode, rear climate. You can control things going on in the back. Setup. I'm going to go into setup for a second because I'm going to go back to the infotainment display or the gauge cluster, because you can adjust what it'll look like. But before I get to that, you got different vehicle settings, so driver assistance, drive modes. I'll showcase how to adjust those drive modes when I get to the center console. But you got heads-up display, cluster, so you're gonna have, you know, a display different details, what you want it to, you know, length, different colors, you name it, you can pretty much change it. Climate, seats, lights, door, digital key, convenience, you name it, you got it. Go back in the vehicle real fast. So under drive mode, you can also adjust different tow mode for what, you know, your vehicle weighs. Heads-up display will not show up pretty much on the camera, but it's there. Just go in that gauge cluster real fast. So the cluster theme selection, so it says link to drive mode, so that basically will change that color scheme. Like sport will be more red. If I click that, so this is the classic theme, right? You got speedometer, tach, most like, every car that's ever been created. But then you have this special cube theme. You click that and you got this unique to Hyundai display. When I obtained the press car, it was in this display, and I kind of changed it back for my own personal preferences. But you also have different options as well, classic A, classic B, and that's just basically the different colors. So B is sport, just pushing B. Well, I'm touching two spots at the same time, but B is the sport mode. That's basically how the computer's figuring it out behind the scenes, but you name it, you can pretty much change it. Gonna kind of just hit it, link the drive mode again, back out. So you got navigation, sound, device connections, user profile, voice recognition, screen layout, display, button, data network, and general. So that's pretty much everything you can adjust on that page. Radio, media, HD radio data, blue link, notification, and user's manual. Kind of finalize that as well. Coming down from there, you've got different presets that'll pop you into certain screens that you saw up top. So map, nav, radio, media will pop you into certain, like obviously pushing radio will pop me into radio, right? You got a hazard button in the center, seek and track, favorites, setup. The tuner knob is right here, volume control knob to the left, as well as power off. You saw me accidentally touch the HVAC controls. So majority are touch screen. If you want, so you see how it says front, it's because I hit the little cube in the corner right here where it says rear. So now clicking that, I can control what's going on in the back. Hitting front brings me back to the front, obviously. You control the temperature with these knobs though. Defrost settings as well are straight up buttons. Coming back into the left, your gear lever is just these three buttons right here. So you have a park button, and then you have reverse, neutral, drive. Drive has a little beveled edge, I guess, so you can tell that it's different when you're not looking down. You have the auto hold button, which you push this, it will hold you at a stoplight and you can kind of rest your foot. This is the drive mode toggle, which is how I was getting between basically the different colors on the gauge cluster, but it also will pop you into different modes for the vehicle. So obviously sport will kind of liven it up a bit, as much as a Hyundai Palisade can be livened up, but the comfort eco modes are kind of more for that driving experience, saving fuel economy. Smart mode kind of is a learning mode based on how you drive, and there's snow mode, which basically will kind of help getting the vehicle moving. There's also the all-wheel drive lock right here, which will kind of lock it in all-wheel drive should you need it. You got hill assist options over here, engine off button, so you can push this right now, have it selected on, and it will not like stop or turn off and turn on at a stoplight. You got parking sensors, and you got a parking camera, so pushing this, different views around the vehicle. So that's currently behind me, and you got the view of over top view of what's behind me. Pushing again makes it disappear. So this is normally covered. You can put your phone or whatever here, but just pushing this button releases and reveals two cup holders. So you push these buttons, they swing out. You've got a USB plug right here. This is a charging pad that kind of tucks under here, so you can see my fingers disappear. Got a lot of space. Got armrest, lifting that. This is removable, tucked down in there. You got an old school smoker's plug, as well as a USB-C right here. Give you a look at the passenger side. So you got your glove box. Promised a better look at the design of the door, the design of the seats. I currently have my son's car seat in there, but it is 3 rows, so I'm going to go with the seat behind me right now to showcase that. So the second row and the third row get their own window up top. There's vents, as you can see, for the second row as well as the third row back there. And then the front gets its own window, sunroof up top. All those controls are right here. Pushing this reveals kind of a kid mirror, showcasing, you can clearly see my son's car seat from that angle. But that is pretty much the interior of the 2024 Hyundai Palisade Calligraphy. If there is a detail or feature on the interior I didn't go in depth enough on, and you have a question, be sure to leave in the comments below. If you stumble upon this video years down the line because you bought this vehicle in the used market, and you don't have the user manual, and you want to know what this button does, anything like that, be sure to ask those questions in the comments below as well. I'm finding my videos kind of have new life recently due to the used car market of something that I reviewed fresh and new I'm getting those views on the used car market now. So, you know, no matter what question is, no question is stupid. Be sure to leave them in comments below and I will get you an answer. Thanks for watching.